have with the new boss.
He just said, Mike, we're not going to renew your contract.
I felt sick to my stomach out, so obviously wasn't that. I didn't expect it.
And for thousands of listeners, it's been routine to wake up with this radio duo coming through their speakers. But it is a business that's always changing.
You could pay me 1/10 of what I'm making, and I would still work just as hard and enjoy it just as much.
Really?
You may not want people to know that.
And Drew and Mike are ready to go along for the ride, missing Riff along the way.
It would have been nice, and I think we always thought that we would be the one to end it. If we ever came to that point, it would be our own decision. We're still in that.
And you can imagine that's exactly how they'll go out, with a lot of laughter. Now, right now, you are looking live at the Drew and Mike studios here at WRIF. Right now, it is empty. They are here preparing for that final show. And Guy and Rhonda, we will be here live all morning long to bring you their final broadcast. Now, one thing to mention, they also said that radio, they're not done with it. They still have a lot of life in them, a lot of laughter left into them. Where they will end up, we don't know, but maybe we'll learn a little bit more about that today during their final broadcast. Such a major change for all of us who flip them on every morning in our cars on the way to work. Guy and Rhonda, back to you.
It certainly is. We wish them the very, very best and thank them for years of laughter.
Yeah, give them our best. They've always been cooperative. We've had a great time talking with them over the years, and Trudy Daniels as well. Give her our best, too.
Absolutely. We'll be back with more at 6.
Okay.
Done with radio, and radio's not done with them either. New this morning, the Albion
Good morning, Guy and Rhonda. It's going to be a different morning for thousands of Metro Detroiters. It truly is the end to a radio era. We are live inside of the WRIF studios for Drew and Mike's final radio broadcast. We'll take you here live and tell you what's next for Drew and Mike coming up.
It's nice to be able to talk to the audience one final time.
Today marks the end of an era on the Detroit radio airwaves. Drew and Mike have been on WRIF for 22 years.
No, they certainly have, and today is their final day, their final broadcast. They will be saying goodbye to their WIRF listeners for the very final time, and Lauren Podell is there live. Lauren, what's the mood there? I know this kind of caught them off guard.
Guy and Rhonda, I have to tell you, we are live here in the studios, and it is nothing but chaos, and that's what Drew and Mike do best. I'm telling you, the vibe here this morning, it is upbeat. They are making sure that the show is as normal as possible, and it is a bittersweet moment for all of the folks here behind the scenes, the producers, and of course, Drew and Mike, who have been on WRIF for 22 years. Now, we are here again live in the studio. Right now, we are in a break. We've been with you throughout the entire broadcast this morning. Coming up, Drew's going to be getting ready for sports, and then they're going to be playing a lot of their best of moments, because that's what the listeners want to hear. Now, we talked to Drew just moments before he went on the air for his final broadcast, and take a listen to what he had to say.
You know, just trying to do a normal show, which is impossible with all the TV people here. Kidding. You know, I love this job. A lot of fun every day, pretty much. So I'm trying to just have a good time, like any other day. I'm really nervous, though. I'm going to be on the radio in a few minutes. Oh, my God.
So what's next for Drew and Mike? They sat down with an interview with Devin Skillian just days ago, and they said radio is still what they want to do. It's in their blood, and just because they won't be on WRIF anymore doesn't mean this is the end of their radio career. And the same goes for Trudy Daniels as well. All of them want to stay in the business. This was an end they weren't expecting, but you can see as they fire up getting ready to go back on the air, they have a passion for this job, and they're going to continue to stick with it as long as they can. Take a listen.
Oh, up to Dallas down a minute here. First little sports.
Guy and Rhonda, they're getting ready to do their sports broadcast right now. This is an end of an era. We've all listened to them for years, and this will be the final day we get to do so. Guy and Rhonda, back to
them our best. We wish them well, and wherever they end up, they certainly have a huge following, so someone might want to hire them.
And we're awaiting an announcement from someone that will pick those guys up. Thanks so much.
You got it.
Drew and Mike also spoke one-on-one with